The collaborative multimodal project and reflective essay is the last thing that we're going to work on in College Comp 2. It's very different from all the other more traditional process essays that we've been working on all semester and even into last semester in College Comp. So I thought it deserved its own screencast because it's got a lot of ideas at work. So I'm all for you learning about many of the key concepts on your own, as an online class often requires. But I thought I'd talk about this assignment a little bit before I set you off to start creating it. Okay, so what is multimodal composition? And that's really what you're doing. You're composing within multiple modes. So, and you're also collaborating in groups, as you know. So I took this quote off of a very useful website right here, multimodalcomposition.wordpress.com, from some people actually I know from Bowling Green, a place I used to teach. But they are, multimodal texts are works that utilize more than just words and letters to communicate. Okay, she says the thought, I would advance that to even be an argument. They may include audio, video, photographs, drawings, and more. Let me bold that real quick. Okay, basically any visual element uses supplemented text in some purposeful way. So podcasts, blogs, collages, video or audio essays, comic strips, and storyboards are more or less the formats that this assignment is going to take. So how do we want to do this? Let me hit the major beats of the assignment, and then I'll talk about what it means to be sort of multimodal. So maybe zooming in is a good idea here. Let me go to 125. Yeah, there we go. Your multimodal project, you will work in groups of 3 to 5, as the other screencast this week indicated that 5 is a very big number. Buyer beware if there are 5 people in your group, but if you want to do it, go for it. You must present through various types of data an argument about technology. Okay, 2 big important words there are argument and technology. Okay, this gives you the opportunity to reconsider and revisit and reappropriate in many cases the various other assignments I've given you throughout the semester and that you've completed. Your observation essay, your digital Sabbath essay, and of course all the stuff that you've learned and written about and studied in the research essay. So ideally this assignment has 3 to 4 people all sort of pooling their resources. Well, I learned this during the observation essay. Oh, well, I learned something different. Or I learned X during my digital Sabbath. Oh, that's funny because I learned Y. And especially when we talk about all the sources and arguments involved with the research essay, what your job ideally is to do is to take what everyone has learned as a group and sort of synthesize that information into a singular collaborative multimodal project. So it does have to have an argumentative goal. You need to have an argument at the core of your CMP, your collaborative multimodal project. Okay. What else can I tell you? You can also choose to collect new primary research, especially if your topic is going off in maybe different directions and you want to demonstrate something, or you want to find something out. If you have a sort of a research question that your collected data doesn't quite answer, well, then you are going to want to do your group is going to want to do some new primary research. Okay, the different formats that you can choose from, I'll talk about in a bit. But as long as they advance your thesis, they have you have an argument that you want to share with readers, and you go about persuading readers about with that argument. Okay, this is collaboration at its most important. What are we going to use? What do we want to say with what we're going to use? And then how are we going to say it? How are we going to advance our argument? You have some really big, important questions at play here. Oh, editing in action. I see a typo, not typo, but that's not bold. There we go. Now it is. All right. It has to have an argumentative element. Let me bold this up as well. That is to say, you must have a persuasive goal in mind. So you can change minds on a topic or an issue. That really means kind of influencing behavior, whether that behavior is sort of cognitive or mental, or whether it's actually like physical or behavioral. You want people to behave differently. There's completely a lot of, that's a very straightforward argumentative goal. You can also speculate about the causes of a trend, okay? or argue that a trend is dangerous. Especially you think about, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something that's in the news, like Google Glass. If you wanted to say that Google Glass is, an invasion of people's privacy because you never know when someone's recording, in Google Glass, fine. You can speculate about, the good or bad elements of a trend. And of course, you want your reader to share that opinion, that position. Many collaborative multimodal projects that I've seen in the past take this third track. They propose a solution to a problem or issue. It's not enough usually to just point out that a problem exists. You should also want to do something about that problem. Okay, and what should we do? Well, that's up to you. You can also evaluate a text, a mindset, a group, or a law. If you want to examine, a movie, and think about its message, its effect on, especially like young minds, things like that. Or if you want to look at an app, or a website, and the role it plays, the dangers of, Snapchat or something, or, the anonymous stuff that like Whisper, that app that's becoming increasingly popular. There's lots of ways to evaluate as well. You would apply certain criteria, which is not something that I've taught too much, but I'd be happy to teach you if that's something that's interesting to your group. Okay, your project has to play. Okay, anyway, hopefully you got the point. Argumentative element. It has to play independent of you. Since we're not face-to-face, this is pretty easy. In Comp 2 classes that are face-to-face, sometimes students want to kind of stand at the front of the room and explain their project, whereas that's not the goal. The goal is that it needs to stand on its own, that you pretty much click play and you let it go and it speaks for itself. That's not to say you can't use words in your collaborative multimodal project. It's just that it needs to play independent of you. So that problem kind of takes care of itself in an online setting, which is cool. All right. Excuse me 1 second. All right. The list of examples is only kind of 2 links long in its current form. Hopefully, by the time you go to this document, I've added a few more, and there'll be some more down the road. I can even show you like really quickly. Like I'm working on this list of sample multimodal projects. I don't want to show this to you during week 12. I want you to be learning about multimodal composition first. So this is all coming down the pike, and then you also have some links about how to go about creating. But I'm still working on that list of links. This playlist here from Jeannie Parker Beard, who is she's an English instructor at Kennesaw State, and she makes her students do something very similar to this. So this was her class from fall of 2012. She's had a little more specific group in the fall of 2013, so I'm not going to link to that directly, although you certainly can watch anything under her playlist. But this particular group is got this playlist has a lot of really cool multimodal projects in it, so you can see there's lots of them. Guns Are Us, okay, recycling, tattoos in society. You can see overfishing, light pollution, stereotyping, cell phones are they a distraction? I mean, some of you may actually do this exact topic. Let's see, dealing with suburbia. Some of us are a little more into that than others. So there's lots of examples here that you can check out. And now this is this one here. This is an example of timed Prezi that a student for a Stark State class actually made. A group of students made. So feel free to check that out. It's loading up. Let's see if we just click. All right, there we go. So you can see it's kind of self-timed. I'm assuming you can hear that music. So I know so many of you are creative, and so I'm really, really anxious to see what you all do for this project in terms of creativity. Now let's talk about topics. You are more than entitled to be extremely sick of technology type topics by this phase of the semester. You want to write on a topic that's not related to technology, I am all ears. I am very open to that idea. And that's the good news, is that, hey, you don't have to write about technology if you don't want to anymore. The bad news or the downside is you're going to have to go find a lot of research on a new topic. And that you probably have to conduct some primary research as well. So there'll be more work involved. But if your group is seriously burnt out on topics, technology topics, I feel you. So just let me know. You just have to get my permission, and if you have a solid enough plan, then I'm sure I will grant you that permission. Okay. Your format, the form that your CMP will take, I really hope it's a video of some sort. An online presentation is a nice way to say it. It doesn't have to have slides or frames necessarily, especially if you look at all these I'm going to watch one for a real quick second. Let's go Adderall, college student's new best friend. You can see how the music, I hope you can hear that. This is a British band called the XX that I'm actually quite fond of. Images and text and music all working together to have an effect on the viewer. That's what multimodal projects do. Wait for the break here. So, of course, supplemented by stats. This is where the research comes in. Okay, and then other testimony comes in. You can see live action video. So you want to record. Okay, I tried to get out of that. Let's see. Okay, sorry for that slight interruption there. So there are lots of examples that you can look at. So this is, I guess that would kind of, be, a video essay. Let me put that here, a video essay. Because that's really the format I would like to see most of you attempt. You can do a timed PowerPoint with music playing in it and slides. That's fine. You can also create a website. Now we're going to have to talk about the requirements here very soon, and those will get into other. Okay, excuse the delay there. The video essay component is the one I'm going to most heavily encourage that you all do, is make a video essay about an argument of your choice that is probably related to technology. So you can do any of these: video essay, an online presentation, interactive website, live action or animated short film, or a hybrid, a music video or a digital comic, or if you guys want to record a podcast, I'm all ears literally for that. If you want to create a group on Facebook, that's fine. That doesn't sound very exciting to me. Neither does a scrapbook or a collage, but hey, it's your project. So this Bitly by now. I would hope this Bitly bundle that I continue to add to. Haiku Deck is presentation software, but it's got kind of a cool purpose, and you can time that out. You know this list by now. I mean, I can tell that by the 116 views that you're checking it out. So cool, keep doing that. So any software you want, but this list here can get you get your head in the right spot. Get you in the right place. Okay, your multimodal project has to do the following things. Has to clear research question. Okay, and then it answers that question in the form of an argument. Okay, usually the word should can be your friend when it comes to research questions. Include and analyze primary research data. Okay, appropriate information and sources. Okay, at least 7 credible sources, primary and secondary. Use all, be logical and be grammatically awesome, all that. An intro and a body and conclusion to that. I want some thought that you're putting some thought into the entire project, and not just have it thrown together in nature. I really think some of you are just going to shine for this assignment. I can't wait to see it. And then adhere to the rubric that is below. So let me go to this rubric real quick. Note that it's tentative and changes will be announced. I'll let you know if I make changes to it, but is it timely? Is there an introduction? Is there a thesis? Are there examples? How seamless are the integrations of sounds and songs? Timing, or do you linger too long on one slide? Do you not linger long enough on another? How are the images and sounds, text and word choice, color, sounds, songs, audience, purpose, context, the 3 most important words for any piece of any document that you can create. Primary data, 7 sources. Each group member is effectively integrated. More on that in a minute. Critical and analytical thought, and then a created sense of closure that it ends. So this is basically what I'm going to be grading you on. Okay, I'll be giving you I think 1 through 5 is what I'll end up on. You also have a bit of writing to do for this, and that is your individual reflective essay that you will leave in your Google Drive that will be for my eyes only. Okay, and it's kind of a wrap up of the semester. So part 1 is your collaborative project. So half of it should be about the project, how it went. So I think a paragraph about each group member, including yourself, a paragraph about yourself, and who did what. Who made the project easier, who made it harder, what would you do differently if you were given the chance? And then, this is sort of an optional one, but who deserves a lower grade? And if so, why does that person deserve a lower grade? Okay, and then the second half will be a little more about the whole class. So where did you begin this semester? Kind of where did you end? Describe the progress that you've made as a writer or a thinker or as a student. Strengths and weaknesses in class. And then how would you characterize your performance in College Comp 2? I'm not asking you to grade yourself, I'm asking you to think about how you've done things. So let me know if you have any questions about this. I know I've covered a lot of ground, but I'm coming up on the 15-minute mark, and I don't want to go over it. So as always, email me any questions you have about this very important project, your capstone project in here, the final thing you're going to do for me. I'm sure that's very exciting for many of you. All right, so please keep in touch. Thank you.